Man, whenever I'm out in public, I see people rocking do-rags with the capes out, and I'm not judging. I rock my do-rag with the cape out, but I don't wear it like as a part of my outfit, so I'm not doing that. So I'm an advocate of do-rags with the capes out until I see niggas out with the cape out in public, and every time they look like the type of dude that would have the cape out, and I'm like, that's why they frown upon us and people like me. That was just something that was on my mind, man. So maybe when I'm in the crib, I'm rocking the cape out for sure. But I step outside in public, man. I do have manners and morals and things like that. That's all. I had to say that, man. But this is episode 1 of All for the Love. We out here. I'm back in the building. Some of y'all might know the name. Y'all know the hairline, and you know the voice and all that. You know it's me, it's Mari. But I do understand that there's some people who they may not be, familiar. So give you a quick rundown of just kind of, who I am, where I come from, and all that. As far as it pertains to, like recording and podding and shows and stuff like that, this kind of goes back to, I want to say 2010. If you were around during that era, you remember like the Blog Talk, the radio joint, and, we put them out the next day, the recorded version of it and all that. So it was podcast, adjacent back then. Shout out to Larry and shout out to Lean. Those my brothers still to this day. Shout out to Raider. We did some good things on that, man. And then in between time, I made a move down here to Atlanta. I'm born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. I hate when people say I'm from Atlanta just because it's on my license and stuff like that. I stop them immediately. Oh. No, this is Detroit made. You understand? But yeah, man. So like I said, a couple years went by. Moved down to Atlanta. I've been down here ever since, man. It took a little adjusting and, all that just to get everything right. But I love it now. I'm not even going to hold you. I absolutely love it. Then I got back in the mix around 2016-ish, doing ESPN pods and True Hoop. And, fast forward all these years later, shout out to Baron Davis. I got a chance to do some social media work with his company. And I'm here. I'm in the building, So if you tap in, you know that. Also, we do the society. Shout out to Bethany, my dog. Shout out to Bikini Honey, everything she got going on, you know what I'm saying? And now we're here. Now we're here all for the love. I'm back out here in the building, man. I just got a couple things to talk about, a couple things to get off my chest, you know what I mean? And first I want to start with this. Let me give y'all some music recommendations because a lot of times I'm listening to stuff and the first thing that pops into my mind is I got to put somebody up on this. Like, I have to tell somebody about this. Not just the homies, not just the group chats that I'm in. I got to tell the people about this. So I do want to say, if you're into R&B, if you're just into good music, period, Jesse Reyes dropped an album recently called Yessie. First of all, I like that title. I'm not even going to hold you. That title just, it does it for me. I don't know why, but it just does it for me. The music is the music is great. You know what I mean? Some you could throw on just if you riding around, you cleaning the crib, whatever. And that's my specialty. That's my type of music right there. All purpose yards. You know what I mean? Like how Reggie Bush used to do at USC, all purpose. You feel me? That's out. There's another album that's out right now that I've been listening to by Dixon, and it's called 004 Daisy. This is some light right here. You can get you a little good two-step going to. If that's what you're into, that's all I'm gonna do is a good two-step. You don't catch me doing choreography. Like I'm not doing none of that, man. This ain't that. And I don't knock those that do. Shout out to the dancers in the generation and all that. Shout out to the TikTok culture and all that. But me, it just ain't for your boy, man. Not because, knee issues and things like that, joint issues. It ain't that. It's just I'm just not really one of them type of, hit this move and pop. I'm not really doing none of that, man. I'm probably not. Unless your aunt asks me nice enough, if she does, then maybe we'll see what's going on. But until then, man, I'm just not with it. Just not with it. Otherwise, speaking of all this R&B and this good music and shit, now I gotta balance this out with some EST Gee, aka Father Fentanyl. I gave him that name, I crowned him as such, and he's living up to that title every day. Like the new album, I Never Felt Nothing. Listen, man, I want to say something I was going to say something crazy when I came on here today, but I held back a little bit. I was going to say something crazy. And I still might. I might. I may go there. Fuck, I'm gonna do it. EST Gee is better than KRS-One. Let's stop playing games, bro. Let's not. I don't want to hear nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And this with the. I did no. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't send me a song. Don't quote nothing. Don't tell me what he said back. I don't care. I respect what he did, for the game and all that. That's cool. But wherever spot you got KRS-One, EST Gee deserves that spot right there. So if he's in your top 5, it is what it is. You got to move him out the way for my man EST. All right. You got to move him out the way for my man EST. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So, like I said, the new joint is out. He does have some very questionable features on here. Well, they look questionable, off the top. And he has Jack Harlow, which it makes sense. He had Jack Harlow on the previous project from a couple years ago. They're both from the same city. Bryson Tiller, same. But then he has Machine Gun Kelly on here. And it almost made me not even listen to the album because that's just like it's just kind of I don't know. I really don't know. It's like you're about to buy that pack of strawberries or whatever, and you see the one that's just kind of that look a little too crazy, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna stay away from this altogether. You know what I mean? I know the rest of the shit might be good for me, but I may have to just stay away from this altogether. But I wasn't mad at it. I definitely wasn't mad at it. Yeah. So check that out. Baby Money is dropping. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Well, I'll talk a little bit more about Baby Money. And why his music is what it is to me in my book anyway, and how I rank him and all of that. But like I said at the top of the show, man, it's it's All for the Love. I decided to name this show All for the Love because I was listening to DJ Premier, right? I watch his series he has on YouTube called So What's Up, and he always tells these great stories about how these classic records were made, right? So whether it's Gangstar Records, something with Royce, something with Nas, whoever it is, he's always giving the backstory on how this came to be. And it made me think, Gangstar has some of the best song titles, album titles ever, right? Rest in peace to Guru. This song right here, All for the Love by Jadakiss, off that Money, Power, and Respect album, it changed the way I listen to rap, and it continues to be like the gold standard, I feel like, for rap, period. Whether it's a solo artist, a group, whoever, production, content, even the title of the song, like it's ill. How do you get on a song and say, niggas know the line of work, bulletproof designer shirt? Nobody's talking like that. Like, nobody's talking like Kiss. So because that song means so much to me, I felt like that's what represents what I'm about. It's all for the love of anything. All for the love of anything I'm talking about. Whether it's, for the love of music, for the culture, family, no matter what it is, you do it all for the love. That's really what it's about. Mass Appeal was the song that became like larger than just music, right? It's a whole company named after that. It's just an ill name. And because hip hop is very much a part of my life, part of my culture, I had to. It was a layup. It was right off the glass. You know what I'm saying? People do miss those layups, but this right here, this is me. I don't know if y'all saw the tape or not, but this really me. I'm really like that. I really was like that, And if you see me out here in the basketball court now, let's see what's up, Unless you in the gym every day and you run, I'm not doing none of that. Like I'm standing half court. I'm a shooter. I ain't doing none of this other stuff, man. You know what I mean? But speaking of sports, get into a little bit of sports, man. Tom Brady is in the news right now for being Tom Brady, I would call it. Everybody's like, yo, he gotta, his wife want him home. She want him to be more present, more active, and I understand that. I understand 100%. Like you would love for your partner to be there to, and go to every ballet recital or every concert, every event. But when you're Tom Brady, the game it is what it is. That's his life. Like, this man been playing this game his whole life, and the most important part of this thing is you can tell that he still loves the actual process of playing, of what it takes to play NFL football, right? Like, you hear a lot of great players talk about the reason why they retired because they can't do the walkthroughs in the film and the prep and the travel and everything else but get on the field. Because if you put them on the field, yeah, they might be able to line up against some of these corners and beat them, or they might be able to throw the back shoulder pass still with precision and all that. But they just not getting up, going through all of this shit that you got to go through, get to the facility at 5 a.m. No, these dudes is 40. 5 a.m. Nah, they probably walk around somewhere trying to, you know what I mean, get that Charlie horse up off them or figure out why their ankle hurting and all that. They're not getting to the facility that early. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Their bedtime is 8 p.m. now. They're not young, spring chickens anymore. So they can't get, Isaiah Thomas told a story, the great Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons. He said when he knew it was time to hang it up, he was, at the crib, chilling, sitting by the pool, and he noticed that this is the time that I would have been in traffic right now on my way to the facility to practice and do my, warm-ups and all that, and I'm just not feeling it. So once that feeling goes away, that's when you're done with the game. I know Brady a couple months ago thought he was done. He, announced his retirement and all that, but he came right back. And I'm not shocked. Jay-Z did it. Jay-Z just wanted a vacation. He just wanted to get away for a minute. He got that vacation, sipped some drinks out of coconuts and all that, put his toes in the sand, and then came back and said, yo, I want to rap again. Same thing that Brady's doing, man. It just is what it is. With certain guys, you got to just let them rock out, man. That's what you going to do. Brady going to be out there when he on crutches. They're going to make the rules. They're going to design the rules to the point where you can't touch the quarterback at all. One of these days, you're not going to be able to touch him at all. Every game is going to be like our practice when they got the red jersey. You can't do nothing. So this is Tom Brady that we're talking about, man. So I get it. I get that Giselle wants him home more. She got her own bread. He got his. I just wish that a lot of people who weren't celebrities and weren't like rich would stop comparing like their situations to these, because it's like, yeah, well, if my man, come on, your man ain't throw 50 touchdowns to Randy Moss. We talking about a different guy. This is a whole different guy. Like, circumstances are different. This is Thomas Brady that we talking about. The Michigan Wolverine legend. I don't care what y'all say. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the same time. This is still him. It's still him. Watch your mouth. Let's be respectful of Tom, of the GOAT. But it's just different, man. And the lines get blurred when people start adding their regular circumstances to shit like this, to me, because it's like, wow, I would never accept that. I would never. You don't even know. Like you don't even know you have anything to base this on. Brady, if he wants to play until he's 50 years old, I'm pretty sure that those checks that he's cashing, that make it a little more tolerable. Like, okay, well, you are Brady. It's not like you're the backup quarterback. Like, nah, I still got it. I still want it. No, like, you still have a chance to continue to make history. You all these rings in, and they offered him like a big payday to come sit in the booth and call games. But you got to imagine, if you're not Tom Brady, if you're Ryan Fitzpatrick and they offer you that, then yeah, 100%. Let me go do this instead of getting these backup quarterback checks. But if you're Tom Brady, that might be a big check to somebody else, but to you it's like, I got TB12. You know what I mean? I'm eating off the TB12 shit. I'm eating off, the field. I'm good. He just want to play, man. I think he really just has that passion for the game. He want to put his record so far ahead of everybody else that there's no touching him ever. You know what I mean? I think that's what he's in it for. It's the legacy. Sure, the money's good. The money is incredible, but it's all for the love. We keep coming back to this time. It's all for the love, man. That's what it's about. I don't think Brady's going out there to, at this point, he's competing against himself. He doesn't have anything to prove to anybody else in the league, right? They said he couldn't do it. Oh, he's with the Patriots. It's a system. Cool. Let me come to the NFC, and let me come over here and get a ring the first year I ever get over here. As soon as I wipe my feet on the carpet, I'm taking over. You know what I mean? So shout out to Brady, man. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Also, another thing I'm not mad at is right now you got this Munch thing going on, right? You got this Munch business going on, and to my understanding, right, that's a bad thing to be considered a Munch, because basically you're being told, yeah, hey, you can pull up and do this, but that's all you're doing, and then you're done. Like, you're out of here after that. There's no, you're not getting a Capri Sun out of the fridge. You're not getting a snack. You're not nothing else. You got what you came here for. That was your snack. You're done. It's a wrap. Now, I get how the negative connotation can come with this because it's like, what do you mean? That's all. Nah, like, you should be happy to be there, number one. That's number one. If you're like me, you're happy to be there because you like what's on the menu and you're like, yo, I'll have seconds and thirds of that. But I think it's just different hearing that's all you're here to do. That's it. And when it's over, what Bleak said, don't even wipe your mouth. Get up. Be out. Like, if you're getting treated like that, I can understand how I can come off as disrespectful. But I'm not going to hold you. I kind of like that energy. I respect that energy. If you tell me to pull up, do this, and then I can bounce. Now, of course, I'm trying to take it to other places and all that. But let me ask you this. If you were a great painter, but you can also fix electronics, and somebody called you to their house and said, hey, I need you to come paint the house. That's it. I don't need you to fix nothing. I just need you to come paint the house. And you like, nah, but I can fix it. Yeah, but I just want you to paint the crib because you're the best at this. You going to be offended? Or you going to show up and say, you know what? You're right. I'm on this. I got it. You paint the crib good enough so many times, they might take you up on the offer to fix something next time. Like, you know what? He been coming through for a minute. He doing this thing on this. Let me see if he really about it on the other side. So let me see if you got the tool belt with you and all that. I say that to say, don't be so quick to think that this is disrespect. This is an opportunity. That is an entry-level job, if you ask me. They starting you off right here. Let's see what you can do. Oh, once you master this, we might bring you upstairs to the big meetings and all that. You know what I'm saying? Look at Eric Spoelstra. He started off as the AV, the audio visual guy. Like, that's how he started. That's how I view the Munch thing. You're basically Eric Spoelstra, bro. You're getting in at a great time. And if you do well enough, you could be coaching the team one day. That's just my view on it. I like to look at things and see the silver lining and the positivity in it. I don't just look at the negative part of it. I understand how some people can be a little put off by that, but for me, that's just not the way I operate. It's just not. I love to look at the bright side of things, man. And whoever that gentleman is, but Ice Spice, who's working this temp job right now, enjoy it, brother. We saw the pictures. We see the videos. Go to work, my boy. You know what I mean? Do your job. You know, you may get employee of the month. You may be out here. You may be out here like SpongeBob racking them shits up, man. You do that long enough, man. I'm telling you, man, it's great things. Well, of course, it's great things in front of you, but I mean, it's great things ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? But I had to spread a little bit of light on that because I'm just tired of that the name getting tossed around like it's with the derogatory. I don't like it. I don't really like it. So I had to just, for anybody out there that's doing that, if that's your current, situation right now, I mean, hey, just look at the bright side, man. Look, first and foremost, you should be going into this shit doing it for the love anyway, because if you're not, then why not? If you ain't out here trying to be the best, then why you playing? You know what I'm saying? why you in the game? You ain't trying to be the best. Come on, stop, cut it out. Take that from me. You heard? Because we get into that on another episode. You know what I mean? But yeah. But for now, listen. Don't take that as disrespect, man. Wear it as a badge of honor. You know what I mean? Let's talk about artists I mentioned at the top of the show. My man, Baby Money, Baby Los. Los is from my hood. Like I said, I'm born Detroit, Michigan, born and raised, 12th Street. Los is from right there. So when you listen to Baby Los, and any Detroit rapper for that fact, the one thing about the city won't let you live a lie. You can be whoever you want to be on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. But when you come out here and you're brave enough to rap and make these songs and drop videos and getting these interviews and you putting on for the city and you repping certain hoods, the world will know very quickly if you are who you say you are or not. And that doesn't mean you have to do anything to prove, you with it or whatever. People will start to come out and be like, nah, we don't know him. And if they don't know you, you won't be allowed to rep that. It just is what it is. So with Los, his music, the reason why he's having such an impact, shout out to QC, shout out to Wayno, everybody over there. He's having such an impact because this is an incredible label that does one of the best jobs of pushing their young talent and making sure they have all the resources available so that they can take that next step quicker than usual. They don't want to put them on a 3-4 year plan to do this. Like, nah, about 3-4 years from now, we'll be doing, much more major things. But right now, let's start you off with this. They look the part. They play the part. It just looks great over there. It looks like a lot of money. It looks like the new Cash Money records to me, like the new Cash Money records. They all got the big chains and the QC. Like they all rap it. It's a family thing going on over there, and I just love to see them flourishing. So I'm happy to see Los doing this because number one, he's a talented young man. Number two, he's right here from my neighborhood where a lot of people don't make it out of. Whether you had hoop dreams, college dreams, whatever, rap dreams, a lot of people just don't make it out of that. And to see him not only make it, but to be prospering and to be going back and, he took Wallow to the hood. Wallow pulled up. He had Wallow out there on 12th Street talking to Coach Terry. If you're from the hood, you know who Coach Terry is. And just to see that, it gave me chills. You know what I mean? So, like, to see him doing his thing, to see him cooking, I absolutely love it, man. I really do. And I do want to shout out to him because he does have an album coming out. His last joint really is crazy still. Easy Money is crazy. If you haven't heard that, please go listen to that. Montclair Bubble is on there, the remix with Babyface Ray and Peasy, who are also doing amazing. Shout out to Babyface Ray. That's another guy. He's he is who he says that he is on these songs. Peasy. Listen to these guys, man, and you really can see it. And for me, seeing it firsthand, if you say it's 6 degrees of separation in the world, in Detroit it's probably 3 or 2. If you know this person, you know all of these people as well, and it's just kind of, it just connects like that. So the rap world just makes it even smaller. Shout out to these guys, man. Shout out to Baby Money. If you have not listened to Easy Money, please check that out. New Money will be out. It's dropping Friday, the 23rd. September 23rd. So whenever y'all get this, that album will be out. Please check that out. Support that. That's my dog. Shout out to Los. Yeah, man. I mean, if you need something to listen to, man, just holler at me because I got a whole Baby Money playlist. That's what I might do. I'm going to go ahead and put together like the best of Baby Los because this episode right here, we talking about that, highlighting Baby Los. And for me, because this is for the love of y'all. I care. I care about what y'all listen to. I'm going to put together a little, not nothing too crazy. Put together like his best 12 joints and put that out for y'all. I have a playlist coming out with this episode and all that, and we'll do it that way. You know what I mean? We'll do playlists every week. We'll do playlists from, if you want to hear a certain artist, you want to hear me talk about a certain artist, and you can hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me on Twitter at Mariano, 2 N's, 2 O's. Hit me on Instagram at Mariano Bivins. All of that will be in the description. Send me who you want to hear from, right? I'll start putting out playlists from things that I'm listening to, my current rotation, things I want y'all to look out for. So yeah, expect that Baby Money playlist. I'm gonna put that together for y'all real good. You know what I mean? I ain't forgot how to push it together. I mean, it was an old life and all that, but muscle memory. You feel me? But we'll see. We'll see how it goes and all that, man. But I want to talk about Aaron Judge for a minute, right? Now, I'm not the craziest baseball fan, although I will say that playoff baseball is unmatched. The intensity, every game matters, every inning matters, every run, every call matters in the playoffs. And we're about getting close to that season. I want to say it's a handful of games left, and we'll be in playoff baseball mode, and I'll be watching. But there's one player right now that is making baseball so fun, and it just so happens that he's playing for the Yankees. I mean, baseball is, let's just be real, baseball is better when the Yankees are good. No matter what team you root for, it's just better. It's like basketball with the Lakers. Football with the Giants. I'm saying that because I'm a Giants fan. It's just, we 2-0 right now, so, whatever. But realistically, it's just what it is. When certain teams are good, the league is better. The Yankees right now, they go through their rough patches. They do. But Aaron Judge? Bro, smacking 60 homers, and you about to break the record probably against the Red Sox, and like who could have written a better story than that? You probably break the record against the Red Sox. That's amazing. But what he's doing every night is giving content, fun content, home run hitting. Not just this, let me just get on base and he's really getting busy. He's bringing it back to the Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire era where you like, damn, how many he gonna hit tonight? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that one alone. There was a joke to be made there, but I'm gonna let that rock. Anyway, Aaron Judge, Stephen A. Smith got on TV and said that basically the Yankees are in a situation now where if they don't absolutely back up the Brinks truck, that he might be a New York Met because the Mets might do something real Metish and like pay him a lot of money just because on some nah. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. There's way too Dominican, like it's too many Dominicans that support the Yankees to ever let Aaron Judge just leave peacefully. It's gonna be a riot. It's gonna be a war. The Bronx is gonna be Bronx times 100 if that happens. If he makes that switch and he stays in New York and he's a Met instead of the Yankee, it's going to be so many. They're going to be so many different communities like sitting at the table, like the Justice Friends and all that Justice League. Yo, they're going to sit at the table and devise a plan against. I'm telling you, the shit'll be real. I know people. I got family in New York. They let me know all the time, man. That's Yankees country. Like the Mets are heavy too. You know what I mean? Long Island and all that. I get it. I understand. But it's the Yankees. It's the hat. It's all of that. Like, it just is what it is. So if you take that big star that they have right now and send him and let him get to the Mets, nah, I don't know. When I heard Stephen A. say that, immediately I was like, yo, that should get talked about. It'd be a 30 for 30, out on that weekend if that shit was ever go down. So, but shout out to Aaron Judge for making baseball fun because I think that's what's missing when it comes to like me, the casual fan that just watching the playoffs. If there were more guys like this, if you found me, 10 more players like Aaron Judge, I'll watch baseball on a regular. But that's the reason why you have to pay a guy like this. He's a generational player. He's making it fun. He's bringing in extra sets of eyes. That's more merch you can sell. That's everything. You know what I mean? Like he's just a great talent. And I want to shout out to Aaron Judge, man, because like I said, baseball otherwise is like I'm not sitting here for 5 hours and the score might be 1-0, bro. Like we're not doing that. He's smoking shit. Like, you know what I mean? What Hov said. Slimmy at the Rucker want to leave and spend with me. I consistently take him out the park like Ken Griffey. We used to have players that was so good that, they be in rap songs and shit. Baseball players we talking about. We got to get back to that because we still got basketball players in verses and, you got football players, but you don't really hear too many baseball players. And if you do, it's from 20, 30 years ago. So Aaron Judge, now this is not, I don't want a bunch of people to go out here and make Aaron Judge songs and all that. Let's not do that. But if you can find a way to incorporate his name in the bar without being corny and reaching for it, then go ahead, do that. Please do that. But yeah, man, it's just a couple things I had on my chest, man, that I had to get off real quick. I do want to say this real quick. In the year 2022, if you are out here buying fitteds, snapbacks, all of that, I have a decent collection of my own. If you're keeping the stickers on them, I just have to ask you why. This is a no judgment space. This is all for the love of furthering the culture. It's all for the love of making you a better version of you. So I'm just asking why, and I'm offering this advice. And it's real simple. You don't have to write this down, nothing, but just take that shit off. Just take it off. You know what I mean? That's the same advice that I gave your aunt when she said listen, just forget it. That's a private conversation. I'm getting, but I just get passionate when I talk about things I care about. And I care about you. But just take those stickers off the fit. Underneath too, because we going to see it. You're going to laugh and you're going to throw your head back. You're going to take a shot and I'm going to see that sticker and I'm going to see something reflecting and I'm going to have to pull you to the side and we're going to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Please, for me, for you, for the culture, please, like, just take it off, man. Take those stickers off. You don't need them. We know it's a hat. We don't need to know what size it is. We don't need to know the ML. We don't need to know that. We don't need to know what store you got it from. The logo is enough. The color in the logo is enough. I see that. Good for you. But take that off, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, man, this is all for the love. This is episode 1. Moving forward, I will have some very, very special guests joining me. You know what I mean? Stick around. I got a couple people, lined up right now that we, can't talk about just yet. But when we start sitting down and talking, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see what this is about, man. But always understand that everything I do, man, and everything you do should always be always for the love, man. I'm out.